Good morning, India. Hi, this is Anshul Puri on Taza Talks with Spotify. So today we are welcoming our esteemed guest. Uh, क्या कहूँ उनके बारे में गायत्री वत्सन नाम है उनका और क्योंकि खुद एक गॉडेस का नाम लेके जन्म लिया है उन्होंने एंड शी इज लाइफ कोच एंड एम्पावरिंग ऑटिज्म पेरेंट्स और आज हमारे टाटा टॉक्स के स्टूडियो में आ चुकी हैं तो वेलकम गायत्री मैम नमस्कार
Hello, Anchal ji. Namaskar.
हाउ आर यू मैम
I am wonderful. Thank you so much. और आप कैसी हैं?
बस आपके सामने ही हूँ
That means wonderful as ever.
Yeah, बिल्कुल. So, Gayatri ma'am, how did your journey as a life coach and autism mom begin?
Autism mom began when God, the universe, fate, or whatever it is, whatever you want to call it, handed me that choice. I will call it a choice. It is my choice still at some level. When my son Krishna was diagnosed to be autistic when he was 4 years old. So that is a late diagnosis usually because most children are diagnosed by the time they are between 1.5 and 3 years of age. So in a way it was not expected at all because he did not present as autistic till an episode in school. I would call it a traumatic episode in school. So घर में हमें तो कोई idea भी नहीं था. He was a happy, cheerful, bubbly kid, talking, chatting, like any other bright 4-year-old that you would see. Or when that the episode in school triggered these expressions of autism, as I might say. So then we were surprised, shocked, took him for a diagnosis, and then through a long procedure in Nimhans Hospital in Bangalore, he was diagnosed to be on the spectrum. So that is where my journey as an autism mom began. As a life coach, I would say that began in the end of 2024, around October, November. Krishna was 10 years old at that time, and he was hospitalized for a fairly simple procedure. It was a constipation management procedure. This was a very reputed, very nice children's hospital. But in the hospital, I was frankly shocked because no one seemed to know how to handle a child who's on the autistic spectrum. No one seemed to know how to handle a child who has a lot of sensory issues. So I can't even say मैं चौंक गई. I was astonished and shocked because of a hospital I expected better. Absolutely. They were beautiful people. The doctors, the nurses, interns, very lovely people, but simply so unaware that I was like, my God, is this possible? So तब से that crusading spirit you might call, that started in me, and I really wanted to spread awareness about autism. So that was where my journey began. It evolved when I thought about, other parents like me, but maybe not so ready to advocate for their child or fight for their child like I am. अगर if it was my personal hospitalization for whatever reason, तो मैं चुपचाप बैठ जाती. I will sit in one corner and wait and do whatever it is that the administrators asked me to do. I will not create a fuss for myself. Krishna, no way. I want the best for him. He deserves the best. Because already this child is, having so many issues. He's suffering so much. He doesn't deserve to have extra suffering tacked on because of administrative procedures or something like that. But other parents in my place, would another parent be ready to be so vocal, or would they feel, chalo, adjust kar lo, it's just a hospital procedure, ek hi din ki baat hai, so let's leave it alone. Let's not draw attention to ourselves. I felt that there are many parents who feel like that, who do that, and that was the starting point of my journey as a life coach.
Okay. So what was the very first challenge you faced as an autism parent, and how did you overcome it?
The very first challenge, immediately after diagnosis, Krishna couldn't continue in his school. That was a normal school, quote unquote, normal school. So normally CBSE school tha, and then the diagnosis ke baad, the doctors said that he can attend a normal mainstream school, but he would need a shadow teacher with him. So this school where I admitted Krishna did not have provisions for a shadow teacher to accompany him through the classes. So we needed to take him out of that school. It didn't make sense, na? That may fees bhi pay kar lo, and then you send this child here where he's not having any learning. So we withdrew him from the school, obviously. And then after that, it was almost 1 month, I think, after the diagnosis came through and everything. So when we finally withdrew him from the school, it was 1 month after the academic year had begun. So now the year had also begun. Where do I go and hunt for a school that had provisions for a shadow teacher? Krishna was just 4 years old at that time. Where do I find information about such schools? And academic year to shuru ho gaya tha na, so it's very difficult to get admission in any place. So that was the very first challenge that I faced as an autism mom, and both of us actually, my husband and I, as autism parents, because we didn't know whom to ask, we didn't know where to go, and we had to do all this in the midst of all that, that shock and grief ki, "Arey, kya ho gaya? What has happened to our child? How did this happen to our child?" So that was a huge obstacle actually, and it needed a lot of strength to, get past it.
Of course, yes. So, ma'am, how has being an autism mom changed your personality and life philosophy?
Strength, empathy, patience. I don't think that I was capable of keeping my temper to the level that I can today. Absolutely not before Krishna presented as an autistic child. So, बहुत कुछ सिखाता है. I think when you realize that your child experiences the world differently, processes the world differently, and does not have 70% of the common experiences that you do, and that's a huge number. And when you see your child changing every day, because Krishna's story is a little different, so he began to regress from where he was at 4, and he has continued to regress till today when he's 11. So he kept changing, and that journey was and continues to be very challenging, and in a sense it made me rethink every axiom or every thought that I had कि ये ऐसा ही तो होता है. This is what it is. It made me rethink this is what it is thought that I had. Everything which I thought was that this is the way things should be. This is how when a child is born, you go about their education, you go about their teaching, every single thing. This is how a child should behave. This is how a child should communicate. This is how a child should express. Every thought of that, it changed. Every single thought. So I would say it quite upturned my personality in a way. And in another way, it strengthened aspects of my personality that were already there. The ability to think, to put myself in another person's shoes, to think from their perspective. That is what empathy is. The capability of withstanding a hardship, the capability of withstanding a meltdown when you're seeing your child suffer in front of your eyes and you feel so helpless. And then you feel like running away sometimes, honestly. Because in that self-protection mode, the fight or flight mode, you don't want to witness that suffering when you're helpless. When your child is crying and in pain and you really don't know what to do. The doctors are also saying, no, wait, theek ho jayega. I just wanted to run away many times. Not an option, obviously. Inside my mind, I wanted to run away. Physically, I cannot. I have to be there for my child. So this, I think, really grows your character, strengthens your character, whether you like it or not. You have to. Because your child is dependent on you, so you have to. So that way, I think I have evolved a lot as a human being, and that is fully because of my circumstance as an autism mom. It wouldn't have happened otherwise.
When parents, जब पहली बार आपको पता चला कि ऐसा हुआ है, जब डायग्नोस हुआ, तो पहला जो 6 से 12 महीने आपके निकले, उसमें आपके पहले इम्पोर्टेंट थिंग्स आपने क्या-क्या चेंज किया लाइफ में, क्या-क्या रहा, वो स्टेप्स क्या थे?
Immediately in the 6 to 12 months, very frankly, it was a period of a lot of grief, a lot of anger, a lot of denial also, because we didn't accept the first opinion. We went for a second opinion, we went for a third opinion. कि हो नहीं सकता है. How can this happen to my child? Why me? It can't be me. Autism is this very distant and rather scary diagnosis that I don't know much about at all as an ordinary mother, and that can't happen to me. It happens to people that I read about in the newspaper or in the magazines or on the net. So it can't happen to me. So let me go for another opinion. Let me go to another doctor. Is he really autistic? Because he was not like this. He's talking so much. He is so communicative. Such a bright, bubbly child. He cannot be autistic. Very common myth, by the way, about autism. But I was very much a victim of that myth, you could say. So from 6 to 12 months, I think ये जो denial grief cycle था, we were very much in that. And we had to change our lives despite being in this cycle. So despite not wanting to believe, despite saying, why me, we had to withdraw Krishna from school. We had to start his therapies. We had to take him to places where we never thought we would take our child. How many hospital visits, how many evaluations by pediatricians and developmental psychiatrists, and how many visits to centers, occupational therapy, speech therapy, ABA therapy. And to find out about these centers, to find out that such therapies exist, that itself was a big battle because it was not easy. It was not like directly you go to the doctor and they say ABCD therapy, you do this. It's not that easy, even initially, because starting mein to Krishna needed apparently only speech therapy. Yeah. The speech therapist said that he also needs occupational therapy because he was started presenting sensory issues at the time. So we went back for another evaluation from the doctors because we wanted the doctor to confirm. Then the doctor also said that yes, iske liye sensory issues hai. So okay, you go for OT also. So there is a lot of unsureness, if that's a word. There is a lot of confusion at the time of diagnosis. You don't even know how you're supposed to change your life in the first 6 to 12 months. So it's a lot of exploration. And it's exploration that goes hand in hand with, the anger and the why me and the grief that you have. So I would say those were turbulent times. और आप आज मुझे पूछोगे तो how did you change your life? I'm saying that that's a period of so much confusion that everything was changed. Everything had turned upside down.
Yes, I can understand. तो आपका आज तक का सबसे बड़ा स्ट्रगल कौन सा रहा कृष्णा को लेके कि जिसमें आपको लगा कि नहीं अब तो ये टर्निंग पॉइंट है, अब करना ही है? वो एक जो main struggle था जिसको
I would say the very main struggle is his gut issues. So Krishna, along with autism, he has some coexisting medical conditions. So, but these medical conditions don't turn up on scans or blood tests. So what do I mean by this? Okay. His gut is weak or it is extra sensitive to anything that he eats. Call it what you may. उसको बहुत pain रहता है. He has a lot of pain. He has problems with digesting his food. He has problems with he has problems with absorbing what he eats. So what happens is that this directly impacts sleep also. So जब पेट ठीक नहीं रहता है, he has a lot of sleep disturbances. So mostly there are many. For example, last night he fell asleep at 5 in the morning. So this morning then. So he has slept at 5 in the morning, where most people begin their day at 4 a.m. So then he has slept a little bit, maybe for about 4 hours, and he woke up by around 10 o'clock, 10, 11, and he was tired, he was a little cranky. And then he settled down because basically he's a very happy child. Then he settled down and he was up and about and running. But if you look at this, chronically, he can't eat many foods because he's sensitive to them. He becomes hyperactive. He presents various other side effects because of that. His sleep is disturbed. So rest nahi hai, khana nahi hai, stamina nahi hai because of that. This was, I think it peaked when he was around 6 or 7 years of age. And there was a time when he was, completely unable to eat most normal foods. We are vegetarians. So no milk for him, no curd for him, no cheese for him. So he was on a GFCF diet, a gluten-free, casein-free diet. So no rotis, no biscuits, no prathas, no nothing. So what is it that he can eat? He can eat rice and he can eat some vegetables and he can eat some dals. He's also a child. So tasty bhi to rehna hai uske liye. It has to be really nice and it has to be attractive for him to eat and all of that with such limited choice. And then there is the problem of getting into nutritional deficiencies because his food choices are so limited. So that was a struggle which peaked when he was around 7-ish years of age. It reduced a little. Now he's 11. It reduced a little, but it varies. So it peaks, it falls, it peaks, it falls. So that is an ongoing struggle for me. So what is it that he can eat? What is it that he can absorb? And what is it that can give him strength and keep him, in a healthy weight range? Because uska weight bhi healthy nahi hai. He's 10 kgs underweight. And there is nothing I can do about it because there is only so much food that he can eat. Today, he's not on a very restricted diet at all. Today, whatever he asks for, I give him. And luckily for me, he is a healthy kid. Okay, usko snacks to pasand nahi hai, junk food pasand nahi hai. So he wants fresh khana, ghar ka khana, garam khana, which is like, oh my God, for me, kyunki I have to be cooking all the time, and when I travel, it is difficult. So, but still, so today his diet is not that restricted, but still his stamina is poor, his weight is less, and I'm still battling this issue.
Definitely, it'll be fine soon. बहुत 100% मैं बता सकती हूँ आपको. जहाँ पर आपकी जैसी माँ हो ना, वहाँ सब कुछ हो सकता है.
Thank you so much for your beautiful wishes. I definitely hope so. Definitely hope so. Strong होना चाहिए.
100% होगा. So if I talk about life coaching, how does life coaching make the autism parenting journey easier?
I think a lot of it comes from sharing your experiences, even for me as a coach. So when I share my experience with my client and they share their experience with me as an autism parent, it's this sharing of the burden lessens it, I feel. So when you hold space for another person and you're a completely supportive, non-judgmental listener for that other person's, their troubles, their pains, their ambitions, their hopes, their dreams, jo bhi bigad gaya hai, or they think bigad gaya hai. Actually, no. I feel very strongly it has changed. But it takes time, it takes time to transform your mindset into that. But this holding of space for someone is so amazing that you feel that you're not alone. You feel that there are so many others with you. Even me as a coach, I feel lighter when I know that I'm helping someone else who's on the same journey as me. Maybe I'm 2-3 years ahead of them and they're 2-3 years behind, simply because Krishna is 11 and their child is, say, 5 or 6, for example. So this shared burden, a shared space is a beautiful, beautiful thing to, reduce the tension and the stress that you feel as an autism parent.
So ma'am, what mindset shifts do you suggest for parents dealing with stress, guilt, or burnout?
Physical burnout, very difficult because physically you get exhausted. You have to do so much of work, perhaps, especially if your child has, for example, sleep disturbances and food issues, deadly combination. So physically you have to run around. Physically you are up sleepless nights sitting with your child. And in such a case, it would be wonderful, if you can ask for help from your family, from friends unlikely, usually from your family, from your partner, or if you can afford paid help, hired help, that's again a wonderful thing. At least for a short period, something like a respite service. So thoda bahut to din mein take some time out for yourself to rest, to recharge, to recuperate yourself so that you come back as a much stronger parent than before. Emotional burden, I would say that you need to change the story that you're telling yourself. I feel that a lot of autism parents feel that, "Arey, ye kya ho gaya hame? Why did this happen to me? I am so unlucky." Because that feeling is a little normal, a little natural, I think, because you see all the other children who are neurotypical, they're happily going to school, and that is the conversation you have with everyone, with your friends, your family, your relatives. So you feel left out. So you feel that you have been specially punished by fate or karma or whatever it is that you want to call it. I'm saying change that story. Change that story completely, because who is a person that you admire a lot in life? Ask yourself that question once. Next question, did that person have a very smooth, very easy, very happy life with no challenges, with no struggles, with no difficulties to overcome? No. Any person that you admire, any model that you have, or any role model that you consider, they have all overcome difficulties. They have all struggled in their lives, in various aspects of their life. You take this. You take your challenge with your child as a struggle and a difficulty for you to overcome with your child. Because if you're feeling your life is so tough, how do you think it is for your child? it is 10 times as tough for them. And it's 10 times as difficult because they don't know how to express. They're fully dependent. Even if they can speak, they don't know how to express everything that's happening with them. So take it as a struggle, as a challenge that both of you are walking together in life to evolve so beautifully personally. To, call it a 3-step promotion or a 6-step promotion. जैसे आपने 6th standard से 12th standard पहुंच के. It's not easy, right? From 6th standard, if I say, come on, you sit and do calculus and integration and math, you're going to say, I mean, what is this? Please get lost. मुझे नहीं आ रहा, मुझे नहीं करना, leave me alone. You're torturing me. So I feel that is the feeling that we as parents have. But if you manage to master that calculus when you're in 6th standard itself, आप कहाँ पहुँच जाओगे?
बिल्कुल सही बात है.
Change the story you tell yourself and your mindset will shift from there.
So can you share one success story, memorable success story from your clients जो आपको लगता हो कि yes, that is very close to your heart?
Yes. One specifically was when this mother came to me and then we were working together on her emotional well-being, basically because she was the primary caregiver. So there came a point after a lot of internal work when she was able to identify each one of her emotional triggers. Something happened, like her child had a meltdown, and then the feeling that she had, her own meltdown, because her child is having a meltdown which she had to suppress, her exhaustion, all of these were triggering her into, a continuous state of playing catch up, you could say. I mean, like her kid was always 2 steps. I mean, wo bhag raha tha. Let's say your child is running down the road helter skelter and you're running after them to catch hold of them. The feeling that you have that you are not in control, you have lost control, and somehow you're trying to, you're firefighting, you're putting out the fires. So I could help her identify her emotional triggers. I could help her see herself, be an observer to herself when she was in the midst of emotional meltdown, for example, or any emotional crisis. So when she started becoming so self-aware, then her mindfulness increased, her intentionality increased. So she was able to work with herself to regulate herself. And the most beautiful thing in the story was that when she was able to regulate herself, her child calmed down so beautifully. Her child responded so beautifully because his mother was his anchor. His mother became the rock for him. His mother became the safe space for him. So it was like, it's okay. That mera jo bhi hota hai, my mother is there with me and she will save me, she will protect me. So that feeling. This is a very young child. He's 5 years old. So baby, actually. So this was a very beautiful transformation that I've been very privileged to witness, I feel. And the way right now that she's going on with her life, I'm full of gratitude to have been part of her life at that time. And it's beautiful. It's one of those moments which make me feel that, wow, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. And this is so worth it if I can help another mother like this. So that was my most.
Ma'am, ऐसा सोचना nowadays बहुत कम मिलता है. जो आप कर रही हैं, जो आप you're helping people, और nowadays मैं बता रही हूँ जितना मेरा एक्सपीरियंस है, बहुत रेयर लोग हैं. आई थिंक ये जो अर्थ है ना, ये चल ही सिर्फ कुछ आप जैसे लोगों की वजह से रहा है. अदरवाइज देयर आर सो मेनी क्राइम्स. इतना बैटल हो रहा है, हर चीज में स्ट्रगल्स हो रहे हैं, लोग अपने आप से लड़ रहे हैं. तो आपकी वजह से, आप जैसे लोगों की वजह से ये धरती, ये अर्थ चल रहा है. बिकॉज कहीं ना कहीं तो ह्यूमैनिटेरियन एक ग्राउंड है ना जहाँ पर लोग काम कर रहे हैं. So that is absolutely you.
Thank you so much. I'm so grateful that you noticed this, because I think more and more people should work like this. And if more and more of us are this aware and more and more people work like this, we will transform the world. Definitely we can transform the world.
Bilkul, absolutely. So if you had one message for society about autism, awareness and acceptance, what would it be?
Autism is a different way of being. A lot of people say this, but please internalize it. There is nothing to fix about an autistic person. Join them where they are and accept them for who they are.
Actually and absolutely. So how much work do you think still needs to be done in India when it comes to autism awareness? Please tell
us. A lot.
Yes.
A lot. I think a lot of work needs to be done. There is
Can you share a few things?
Yes, I think there isn't much awareness of what exactly autism is. And the thing is that autism is an entire spectrum. So what happens is that, let's say one child is wonderful in academics. So he's acing it, or he's wonderful in music, or he's a magical chess player, something like this. So what happens is media में यही stories आते हैं, because frankly they are inspirational. Of course they are inspirational. So this is what is highlighted. So what happens? Let's say that a parent has just had their child diagnosed to be autistic. So automatically they will start assuming that one thing, he's not going to obey me, but then he's going to be a math genius, or he'll be a music genius, or he'll be amazing at chess. I mean, something. Now, the thing is that, of course, there are savants, they are called savants, these people who present an amazing skill in a specific area. A vast majority of autistics are just like us. See, we are ordinary people. We are not wonderful in some one particular thing. We are ordinary in most aspects of our life, right? So these autistic people are also ordinary in most aspects of their lives. So what happens is they get left behind. और उनमें comparison शुरू होना होता है. So this mom will say, oh, that mom's child is also autistic and he's getting 100% in maths, though he's screaming in class, or maybe has some kind of behavior issues or sensory processing issues. My child can't even speak. So very bad. Or they feel very bad, or that emotional disturbance happens. The thing is that, see, autism is neurodivergent brain. It's a neurodivergent brain. By that, what do I mean? Some aspects of your brain function differently, are wired differently. Now your brain processes so many things. Okay, your brain processes communication, it processes motor skills. I mean, जैसे आप हाथ में कुछ पकड़ते हो, it processes executive function. I mean, you think that, okay, I want to pick up a glass of water. Your brain is commanding your hand to notice which is the glass of water and pick it up. So there is, and then there is sensory processing. So you hear sounds, you see sights, you smell something, you feel something, texture. So your brain is processing so many things. A neurodivergent brain, an autistic brain, किसी एक part में it can be wired differently to experience things differently, or it can be wired differently in multiple aspects. So your communication can be impacted, it might be different, your sensory processing can be impacted, executive function can be impacted, or everything together can be impacted. So now you know, so suppose one child is sitting over here, sitting in the park. So क्या हो रहा है? Other children are playing, your parents are calling, traffic चल रहा है पीछे, and there is breeze, there is bird song. All of this is like bombarding the child if he has a sensory processing issue. So ये सब जब चल रहा है, and then you ask him a question, already he's getting overwhelmed, his brain is going haywire. It's like, suppose I put you in the middle of a traffic jam and all the trucks are blaring their horns and it is pouring rain. So you get overwhelmed, na? So you don't know what to do at that point. This autistic child with a sensory processing issue is feeling the same sitting in the park. And then you call him and say, chalo beta, get up, it's time to go home. It is going to take that child so much time to even figure out that you've said something, to process that, and to understand he needs to get up. Maybe ghar mein, when he's sitting and it's all quiet and it's all peaceful and you tell him something, he is focusing completely on what you're saying and he is able to immediately process that instruction. By the way, I'm giving a very random example. So this is just one of the millions of aspects, I would say. So then what happens is, what will the parents say? Ghar mein to he's behaving so nicely, when I take him outside, why does this happen? This is why it happens. But this knowledge is not there now with the people. So this knowledge is not there. It is not common. And it's, where do they go to understand this? Where do they go to learn this? It's Google May and on ChatGPT or whatever it is. There is so much of information that you don't know how to focus. You don't know where to go for what is relevant for you. So that, I feel, is a very big issue now. So what happens is there are a lot of comparisons set in, not just between neurotypical children and autistic children, but between special needs children themselves. So autism child 1, autism child 2, autism child 3, wildly different 3 children. And the parents don't understand why is it that they're wildly different. So this kind of knowledge, this kind of information, I think we really need to spread it. We need to spread this awareness. We need to talk about it. And we need to help people actually understand. So many, I've talked so much about this, but I don't know how many people who listen to this will actually grasp it here as well as here. So intelligence is working, your emotions are working. Are both running in tandem? We don't know. So a lot more exposure, a lot more awareness, a lot more workshops And a lot of sharing, I think, a lot of sharing of experiences, maybe communities where you can come and talk about what it is that you have gone through, what it is the other person has gone through. They're all very, very important in spreading awareness and for the next step for this very huge neurodivergent population that's going to come up. So I think I don't have the statistics offhand, but then apni population mein in India, the diagnosed cases are somewhere around 2 million children. 2 million children. But our population is in billions, and these are the diagnosed cases. So we know our country. So how many children are actually unreported because they don't know, or they're in rural areas, or they feel shame or social stigma, and so they don't want to take the child to the doctor. So we don't know still, right? The numbers are also not there. But it's huge, it's burgeoning, and really, I really hope and wish that, more of us take active steps to do something about this.
Absolutely. So that means you want to say, मतलब जो जितना मैंने सुना आपको, it's like awareness has to be there. उसके लिए हमको we have to spread out everywhere.
Yes, very much.
So ma'am, एक rapid fire round आपके साथ हो जाए.
Okay.
Yeah. So one word that best describes you.
Optimistic.
Okay. Your go-to stress buster.
Reading novels.
Oh, okay. What does success means to you in one line?
Happiness and contentment with security for Krishna. If Krishna is secure, then I have achieved success.
If not a life coach, what career would you have chosen?
I was an instructional designer, so I would have continued like that.
Okay.
So, creating courseware and a writer.
Okay. One book or quote that inspires you the most?
I'll write it and I'll tell you. So, as of now, I don't have any single book or quote that inspires me. I'm planning to write a book with my experiences, and usme se I will take a quote and I will share it with you once that's ready and out in the world.
Done. So, 2 messages I want from you for the women, those who have hidden talents, but they are kahin na kahin wo stuck up with financial freedom nahi hai, orthodox family hai, so many things are there. आप उनको क्या message देना चाहेंगी? Second message is for autism parents. कहीं पर बच्चे को accept नहीं करते parents. तो 2 messages आपकी तरफ से क्या होंगे जो as an गायत्री वत्सन मैम की तरफ से ताजा टॉक्स के प्लेटफॉर्म पे आप क्या देना चाहेंगी?
For women with hidden talents who are not able to express it for whatever reason, family circumstance or jo bhi hai, I'd say don't let go of your dreams and believe in yourself. So despite your circumstance, despite your limiting beliefs, despite everything, there is a way where you can express yourself, and you know that best. So listen to yourself, trust in yourself, and believe in yourself. For autism parent, I would say that your child is a wonderful, unique gift from whoever. If you believe in God, from God. If you don't believe in God, then fate, chance, whatever you want to call it. Your child is a unique, beautiful gift. It's a trust. The child is a trust. It's a life that is in your hands to shape even more so than a neurotypical child, than a normal child. So treasure that trust, treasure that gift, and enable them. And that's it. And you will find so much of joy and so much of happiness in that process. Acceptance gives you joy, and that's it. And that's the purpose of all our lives, right? We want to be happy at the end of it. हम जो भी करते हैं, जो भी हैं. So this is the way to joy.
Yes, absolutely. So ma'am, आप यहाँ पर वैसे हम एपिसोड के नीचे लिंक में शेयर कर देंगे आपके डायरेक्ट कनेक्ट्स. फिर भी हमारे व्यूअर्स को बता दीजिए कि कैसे आपसे कनेक्ट किया जाए फॉर योर सर्विसेज, फॉर योर कोचिंग. कहाँ आपसे कनेक्ट कर सकते हैं हमारे व्यूअर्स?
You can connect with me through my LinkedIn profile, through Instagram, through Facebook. So my bio usually has a Calendly link where you can book an appointment with me. So the clarity call is going to be free for you. It's a 1-hour exploration that we have to figure out where you are, how can I help you, if I can help you. So feel free to reach out, please.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much for coming on my platform. Actually, I am really honored to having you here. And really, viewers, आपने सुना गायत्री मैम की पूरी स्टोरी, उनकी जर्नी. सो प्लीज लिंक शेयर होते ही एपिसोड रिलीज कर दिया जाएगा. एंड लाइक कीजिएगा, शेयर कीजिएगा, कमेंट कीजिएगा. प्लीज कनेक्ट होइए अगर आप लाइफ का सही रास्ता, सही कोच और सही एक दिशा तक जाना चाहते हैं तो. थैंक यू सो वेरी मच मैम.
Anchal ji, thank you so much. It has been my pleasure to talk to you. It has been amazing talking to you. So thank you so much.
Thank you so much.